Wait a minute. Whoa.
Unauthorized access. Any comment on the screenshot?
That's our website. Hold up. Wait a minute. This is literally no way. It's in the code. http://s1 pearlcdn.com/NAEU upload wiki. Bro. Oh my God, they ripped it directly from Perlavis. That is crazy. It looks just like the Perlavis website. It does, bro. So, I know that people have very strong thoughts about the lazy peon. However, he made a fantastic video, okay, on Quinfall. Everybody knows Quinfall has basically been a complete joke, okay? I watched Vessel Vision play it and a few other streamers try to get involved with it. Fake Udi made a video about it as well. It is basically just Unreal Engine 5 assets that are copy-pasted into the game. So, Lazy Peon made a scathing review about Quinfall, and a developer of Quinfall responded because he got upset. Lock in.
I released my first impressions video for a new MMORPG that recently came to Steam Early Access called The Quinfall. This is a game that's had quite a bit of controversy surrounding its development, so for the first time I felt it was appropriate to make a buyer beware section listing all the
Still looks better than Ashes of Never Being Created. I'm just gonna say it.
red flags. After that video released, the developers of the game reached out to me requesting an interview to address these red flags. So
they're pissed. Dear Lazy Peon, we recently watched your fantastic video about our game and we truly enjoyed it. Thank you for taking the time to explore different aspects and share your thoughts with the community. We appreciate your contribution to the game world and your honest approach. We believe it would be beneficial to address some of the claims and questions directly. If you're open to it, we'd love to do a joint interview where we can clarify some of the misunderstandings and provide accurate information about our game. We hope you'll consider giving us an opportunity to share our perspective. We'd be happy to discuss any details that suits you. Sincerely, the Quinfall team. What an interest. Honestly, I applaud them for approaching it like that, because, like, I'll be honest with you, every review I have seen for Quinfall, I was going to try it. Every single review and everything I've seen for Quinfall has been kind of a disaster. From, like, again, like, this started back when Asmon covered the game, and they couldn't even figure out where their headquarters were. There was, like, clearly AI generated photos for, like, their headquarters and stuff. Like, really weird. There's been some, like, conspiracy theories surrounding Quinfall, a lot of drama going into the game. So it finally did launch, which is more than we can say for most MMOs. And the graphics look actually pretty reasonable, but the systems in the game, I'll let it speak for itself.
So for the sake of fairness and hearing both sides, today we're going to go over their response. First though, it's worth mentioning that after my previous video I had even more people reach out to me about how easy this game is to hack, and I even got one guy...
That's not good. That's not good.
In a Discord call to show me the hacks live via screen share, even after the devs implemented easy anti-cheat into the game. He also claimed that him and multiple other people from the Quinfall Discord have been banned for trying to report bugs, as well as other players that have been cheating, which is something that I asked the dev in this interview.
That's rough. We'll see if that's true. Let the devs cook. They might have a good reason.
So for this interview, I decided that doing it over messages was best,
Holy
as the devs don't speak any English, and I wanted to be able to go away and try and validate their answers after. So let's get into it. In your previous MMO, Kayra Online, you officially partnered with an RMT website. Have you changed your stance on the RMT situation in Quinfall? If so, why are people openly advertising RMT services in chat and not being banned?
This is a huge problem. This is a massive issue. Kiara Online partnered with an RMT website, and now they have RMT situation going on in Quinfall too. Let's see what they have to say.
Kayra Online was not released on an international platform like Steam. It was only available to players in Turkey. The platform...
Does that make RMT okay, but as long as it only happens in Turkey? I'm confused. Is that supposed to make it okay?
You mentioned...
It makes it more legal? I don't... Bro, as a player, I don't care about legal. Well, sometimes I do. But in this case, I don't want RMT in the game, not because it's illegal, but because it destroys the game for everybody that's not doing it. It just destroys the fabric of the game in general. Makes the game less fun for everyone.
Did not sell items that could be considered RMT, such as character or gold sales. Instead, it was merely a payment gateway where players could purchase Kayra Dinar, the in-game currency of Kayra Online, similar to how Steam has its own payment system. Since we did not have our own payment infrastructure, we partnered with this platform as a solution. We did not allow RMT back then, and we do not allow it now. Players engaging in RMT are permanently banned based on player reports and our game master team's inspections. In our latest updates, we've made it even more difficult by implementing level restrictions for the global chat system. Additionally, major MMORPGs like Albion Online and New World also...
Like, dude, I'm so sorry. You can't partner with an RMT website and then say it's only because they needed to, like, run their currency through them. That's not how it works, dude. So you are intentionally willing to send all of your players through RMT website that is going to encourage them to break the rules. I don't know, man. Doesn't seem realistic to me, man. I'm just to be honest.
Similar issues from time to time. However, no one claims that these games are in partnership with RMT websites. Sometimes people focus only on negative comments and form judgments accordingly. That being said, many players who actually experience our game express their satisfaction. Ultimately, who you choose to believe is entirely up to you. I don't entirely trust the devs' response to this question. They said, the platform you mentioned did not sell any items that could be considered RMT. So I checked this website myself, buynogame.com, and you can buy lots.
Buynogame.com. Interesting. Look at that World of Warcraft gold. There's an Albion section. Interestingly enough, no BDO or Throne of Liberty though. Huh.
Lost Ark Gold, PoE2 orbs,
That's
and
Lost Ark.
items for various MMOs such as Night
Guild
Online
Wars
certainly meets the definition of an RMT site to me.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Wayback Machine isn't working for this website, so I
immediately caught. Dead Alive VR, thanks for the raid, buddy. Appreciate you. Hopefully you got something fun today, buddy.
Can't find exactly what was sold in their previous MMO, so if you want to trust the devs that they only used this RMT...
Yeah, I'll say this. There was no Black Desert Online on that list. I didn't see Throne of Liberty either. That's a W for both games right there. Okay. No RMT in Throne of Liberty because you can already turn your money directly into the in-game currency without the need for a third-party application. Fucking W. Fucking W. Now, BDO does crack down, bro. Any RMT at all, BDO cracks down on that shit super, super hard. Super, super hard. I will say that both games, memes aside, Throne and BDO, struggle with RMT at least a little bit. All games do. All live service games do a little bit. But they do such a great job of keeping it in check that you can see it's not even promoted on that RMT website.
Website as a payment gateway, then that's up to you.
How do you RMT and BDO? Nice try, community management team. Not this time.
Many people felt that your previous MMO, Kayra Online, was rug pulled. What caused you to shut the game down so quickly and begin work on a new MMO? First and foremost, Kayra Online was not shut down suddenly. In its final 4 months, the game had an average of 50 to 100 active players, making it increasingly difficult to cover server costs. We openly communicated this with our players and informed them that if things continued this way...
How did you communicate with your players? Did you get them all into a Discord call? It's possible.
we would not be able to sustain the game in the
You
coming
reach
months.
everybody at the same
So the
time
shutdown
then.
was not unexpected. Players were aware of the situation. The closure of Crazier Online was not a decision made to transition to Quinfall. In fact, we had already started developing
Yeah, it's real money transaction, guys. That's what RMT stands for.
in Quinfall. Our goal was to focus on a larger global project, and as a team we expanded our efforts to bring this vision to life. So there was no direct connection between the shutting down of Crazier Online and moving on to Quinfall. So from what I understand, Crazier Online never made it out of beta, and seemingly only had 2 years worth of development put into it before being shut down. So I can see why people feel it was abandoned. Also, I do find it a bit odd that they started work on the Quinfall whilst they already had another MMO still in beta, especially considering
Obviously, he's not just going to explicitly say it. I will. They realized that Crazier was a disaster, so they just immediately started work on a new one. And Quinfall is just reused Unreal Engine 5 assets. Let's see, Quinfall Steam charts. Let's see how it's doing. Brand new MMO. In fairness, it's been relatively consistent. And I'll be honest with you, this is kind of like, this is them making money off this game. I think the game is like $2 on Steam. Now, I'm pretty sure they made money, right? Like if anybody, like, because I'm telling you, bro, all they needed was you just download Unreal Engine 5 and you just buy all these assets and you just throw them into the game, right? And like, they've got systems and stuff. If you take away most of the time it took to make it,
resubscribed for 2 months.
I feel like they're making money. Now show the New World numbers. Who is that? Sage Welcome back for 2 months, man. Appreciate you coming back to support me. Thanks, buddy. Oh my god! What? What is going on? Amazon created this game. Bro, what? This game was like hundreds of millions of dollars to create. Huge development team. Massive AAA studio in game. 8,000 players. Quinfall, 5,000 players. Development cost, $200 US. Honestly, again, I think Quinfall is winning. They didn't spend very much time on development, guys. I think that they're winning, if I'm being honest. What happened in December? Did their Steam charts, New World. Let me pull it back up. Didn't their new expansion come out? Yeah, their expansion came out, right? No, it came out in October, I guess. Or in September. Oh my god. Bro. Cooked. Dude. And they're still losing players. It's just a hemorrhage, dude. Now, in fairness, if you compare this to like Lost Ark, man, we're struggling out here. We're struggling out here. We look at BDO. Honestly, this is the definition. Do you guys know how women have a tendency to hang out with other women that are less attractive than them? Because it makes them feel more attractive. When you put Black Desert next to Quinfall and even Lost Ark now, we look pretty good. To be honest with you, we're looking pretty attractive.
Sugared Addy Bark _ just resubscribed for 11 months, almost a century.
Right on. True. 11 months deep. That's definitely a century, buddy. Don't you worry about it. Almost at 1 full year, man. Again, you put us next to these other games, it just makes us look more attractive. It does. Look how attractive that we look right now. We're the hottest women in the room, guys.
Considering they apparently only have one dev that does all the coding, which they confirm in a question that I ask later. If they were losing money every month and didn't see a future in the project, then fair enough, I can see why they'd shut it down. What do you say in response to the claims that your game
BDO numbers will always be false. They have AFK fish meta. Well, the other games have bots, so there's always going to be a certain amount of inflation that goes on.
Has no anti-cheat. We use server-side anti-cheat systems in the game. However, in the early days, this system produced some false positives, so it was temporarily disabled. As a quick solution, we integrated easy anti-cheat. Additionally, we're currently in discussions with different anti-cheat companies to
He put the dude hacking on the screen while he read the dev commentary on the thing, bro. That's dirty.
establish a stronger long-term protection system. Our goal
That's
is to secure
filthy.
a licensing agreement that will provide a robust and permanent solution. We take cheating very seriously and are actively working on implementing the most effective system. Okay, I mean, it's all well and good claiming that you take cheating seriously, but their actions don't match their words.
Correct.
Why would you even launch a game in early access without already having a permanent solution to anti-cheat?
I feel like that is one of the most basic things that a game addresses before it launches. How are we going to stop people from cheating in our game? And this is what a lot of the controversy that went into Quinfall actually addressed, was that the company kind of seemed like a fraud. Like, dude, if you watch some of those videos, like, is this MMO even real kind of videos, where they're very clearly just copy pasting Unreal assets across their entire world. It's actually just disgusting. And then again, the pictures of their offices on their website were like AI generated, like proved like it actually, they weren't AI generated. They were just wrong pictures that were photoshopped. Like, obviously. And I don't know, man. And then you have this too. So you're telling me the development team didn't have any plan for people that were cheating in their game, but it's still a high priority for them? I don't know, man. It's just not a company that I would put a tremendous amount of faith into as a player. You know what I mean? Yeah, they were stock photos, basically.
I checked the
They copied BDO's UI? Did they? Wait. Didn't Fake Uni make a video on the Quinfall? That looks a little bit like... Wait. What the f***? Wait.
Oh, buy a lasso.
That's our UI!
Well, I'll buy that. Practice on a wooden dummy. Lasso. Huh? Oh my god, you have to hit space when it's on that dot specifically. It's actually hard.
What? They didn't even copy the good one. That's the shit one. That's like the normal. Hold on, I'll do it. Hold on. Turn off custom HP bar. Okay. Look! Corporate wants you to tell us the difference between these two pictures. They're the same picture. Bro! One's green. If you're colorblind, they're the same color. Bro, it's actually crazy, dude. They barely changed these icons. Does it get worse? Wait, now I want to know. Wait. Well, the menus look a little different. Inventory and gear, sure. Oh no, oh no.
Actually from Black Desert Online. Notice
That is crazy. It's the same icon? What?
this is available for sale on the Unity Asset Store. Here's the wind icon. That's from sailing. You may notice that it's actually this one right here, because this is the one in the game. This is actually from Black Desert Online. Notice how the font is the same and the logo is identical.
Hey man, can I copy your homework? Yeah, just change it a little bit so that the teacher doesn't know. Turns in the exact same homework assignment. Do you know how I know that kids would do that? It's because I was a teacher. And kids are stupid.
Identical. Notice how the health bars
Yeah,
and the
we
logos
saw that
are
one.
nearly identical. Like diamond, health bar, mana, and another third bar below. Same thing. Diamond,
This you could argue, okay, sure.
health bar. That guy? That's this right here. It's identical. Line.
Yeah, see, here's the copy pasted.
That's the purple rhino pet that I have right now. Look at this little pet. This little guy right here. That guy? That's this right here.
I told you. I told you. They're literally just copy pasted.
It's identical. Line, same rhino.
The craziest thing is that you gotta buy these cosmetics. They're just copy pasted into the game.
So I talked to this guy, placed this in water. Okay.
Holy, we're actually Tom Hanks in Castaway.
Hey, how do I steer this? Ship helm. There I go. I am voyaging off. I like how this.
Oh my god, it is the same. Dude, it's the exact same icon as BDO.
Raft
It's the same font and
leaves tire
everything.
marks in the water. It won't let me fast travel. No, take me back to town. I don't want to be here anymore.
What is that?
Wait.
Are we stepping in a puddle? Homie, what is that sound effect? It's disgusting.
That's the swimming sound? My mind must be in the gutter because that does not sound like swimming.
Oh. Okay, well, I wasn't thinking about that. I said puddle. He went somewhere else. That's crazy, bro. That's insane, bro. That's what. I love how his name is Scammed.
Yes, I can type in global chat now just so I can tell him how bad this game is. You sound mad. I am. This game is a scam. I'm big mad. It took me 25 levels to tell you how horrible this garbage game.
Honestly, if you really want to farm, you just buy it on Steam, you play it for an hour and 50 minutes, and you refund it. And then you take all of that footage and you farm them. That's what he should have done. Rookie mistake. So they definitely took assets from BDO's UI, which is pretty crazy, bro. That's pretty crazy, bro.
Quinfall Discord, and they don't plan on doing any wipes. So anyone who cheats now and gets super far ahead will have a permanent advantage.
Oh my god! Even with hacks, whatever, I think a wipe would do more damage to the numbers. There are no resets or wipes planned. I don't know why people keep bringing up wiping. You cannot ever permanently deal with hackers or bots ever. They will always adapt. Yeah, but you can ban them. Bro, that's a... You're right, it's a constant struggle, but it's a struggle you guys weren't dealing with until after the game already launched. So, like, you literally just let a bunch of people cheat, and then at this point, even if they stop cheating, you just won't catch them, and they're just permanently ahead. Holy moly, bro.
They already went through all of this with their previous MMO, which was super easily exploited. So the fact that this is a problem in Quinfall can't be put down to inexperience, but incompetence at this point. What do you say in response to the claim that your game is client-side authoritative and easily exploited by hackers? Due to the vast content of our game, some data is processed client-side. However, all of this data is filtered and verified by the server before being reflected in the game. This means that these client-side processes do not create critical security vulnerabilities, such as item.
My favorite is that Lazy Peon is literally showing this guy hacking out of his mind. Oh, there's no critical exploits that can happen in the game.
Duplications or other major exploits. The client-side processing is mostly limited to aspects like movement speed modifications, attack speed adjustments,
He chopped the tree, look at the tree, just bam, done.
or minor tweaks to NPC behavior.
Bam!
These types of exploits can be prevented.
The dude just reaches over and toggles invisibility on. Holy shit.
Though through third-party anti-cheat solutions, and we are taking necessary precautions in this regard. The day after they implemented easy...
But none of these aren't important hacks, guys. You could just be permanently invisible in PvP. These aren't important hacks, though. It's very important that you believe that.
Anti-cheat into the game. I got in a call with a guy on Discord who opened up a cheat client that was coded within 20 minutes and had powers such as God Mode, 3x attacks.
What the? So let me get this straight. You have 3x attack speed, camera zoom, invisibility, freeze frames, auto fishing, and then God Mode is its own category? What the is God Mode?
Speed. The ability to suck all mobs in an area together to speed farm, perma auto fishing whilst playing the game normally, being able to kill other players in safe zones, super speed material gathering, and access to areas of the map currently not available without exploits.
Excellent. Yeah, no, I don't see how any of these could be a problem. There's no real big problems, though. In fairness, there's no actual cheats that matter, though, guys. And it's important that you believe them.
If these things aren't considered critical security vulnerabilities or major exploits, then I don't know what is. To be fair, from what I can tell, you can't spawn in items or dupe, but you can do pretty much everything else. On screen, I sent some questions to the Unity dev that made the cheat client. You can pause here to read the response.
Oh my god. All right, I'll read it.
Questions to the Unity dev that made the cheat client. You can pause.
How easily were you able to create a cheat client for the game? What level of expertise would be required to make it? Could anyone do this? It's not super easy. Making a full anti-cheat client takes some time, know-how. It's not something just anyone could whip up. If you have decent programming skills, you might be able to bypass anti-cheat it. And after that, it's easy. Well, here's the problem: is that why didn't you guys even think about, if it's so hard? Why didn't you guys think about this before you put out the game? Did the anti-cheat make things difficult for you in any way? It depends on how aggressively it's implemented. Sometimes it's just a small hurdle. Are you aware of people in game using similar hacks? Yes. Okay. What would the developers need to do to prevent these hacks from being possible? More aggressive implementation of anti-cheat? I doubt they will with only one developer. They only have one dev? Guys, I'm telling you, they made money. I'm telling you, there's only 10,000 people playing or whatever. 100% they made money. That guy is eating good. There is one dev for the whole game. He is doing his best. Holy moly. Have you played other MMOs that are this easily hackable before? Are you surprised how easy it was to hack? Quinfall was extremely easy because they launched the game with 0% protection, which made it easy to get inside the client and to translate to English. Some words might be messed up around there. Bro, what the
Here to read the response. Why did you Photoshop your company?
There it is! Bro, look at this photo. They got caught with this in a YouTube video, and I remember Asmongold covered it, and we were all like, bro, what? Like, dude, is this Illuminati? What the f? They clearly photoshopped their company logo onto a game dev stock office photo. And I love how the answer to this question, the question being, why did you Photoshop your company logo onto a game dev stock image? It's because otherwise it would just be the picture of one dude working in a garage where he is also sleeping. It would literally be a picture out of r/male surviving spaces. Like, straight up. That's it. That's the company, bro. Like,
company logo onto a game dev office stock image. This has honestly been one of the funniest topics for us. When we added the image to our website, we never claimed this is our office or this represents us.
what? What? Bro, so you were like, just Photoshop it on there. It doesn't need to represent us. Yeah, it's just your website and your game with your logo over the top of someone else's. True. You did not explicitly say that. It doesn't represent us. But as a friendly reminder, we were founded in January 2021. Varex Studios aims at innovation of video game industry while staying active in the global market. Okay, but it doesn't represent them though.
There was no such statement in our descriptions either. The image.
I love how they changed it. After Asmongold covered it and the YouTube video came out, they literally changed the picture, by the way.
Was simply a placeholder that our web designer temporarily added during the website's development. Frankly, we never expected it to draw this much attention because...
So your website developer added a very clearly photoshopped image of your logo instead of just putting the logo on the website? Guys, put yourself, if they actually did have a website developer and you were that website developer, wouldn't you just showcase, if they didn't have offices they want to show, wouldn't you just put the logo on the website? Wouldn't that just be enough? Right? Why would you make up like the office space? The only reason you would do that is if you were trying to show a very successful company, right? You were trying to put on the facade of an extremely successful company, really clean space, something that people, it's definitely not a scam, right? For sure.
For us, it wasn't an issue at all. Fair enough response, but I think it's low IQ to not acknowledge why the MMO community would consider this a red flag. From our point of
He's so generous. Low IQ. It was stupid.
view, when the Quinfall was announced, we could see this incredibly ambitious MMO talking about having all these crazy features. The first thing you're logically going to do is look up the team behind it to see if they're legit, because a massive MMO takes a large team with a lot of funding, and over the years we've had a lot of scams and vaporware in this genre.
I'm going to AoE taunt. It is what it is. It is what it is.
How many developers are working on the Quinfall currently? I'm not talking about testers, moderators, or freelancers. How many devs with coding experience are part of Voreg technology? The Quinfall project initially started with just one senior developer.
One.
Our team has since expanded, and we now have a total of 42 members, including freelancers, testers, and moderators. Our core team consists of 10 people.
So you really only have 10 people. Just keep in mind, freelancers, they could have just worked for them one time. 42 total people that they've... Moderators. These people are including Discord mods in their employment team, which I guarantee you are not actually being paid. Bro, like, that's insane. That's insane. Because they're not actually working on the game. Act core consists of 10 people. This I would believe. This I would believe. 10 people working on this game. This is what the game looks like. I just want to point out, if you like Quinfall, more power to you. But how much faith do you have that these 10 people are going to hard carry this kind of a game to be actually good?
However, in terms of the game's software structure, the 2016 square kilometer Quinfall universe is built on 8 million lines of optimized code written by one single developer.
And that developer is a absolute legend of ChatGPT. Let me tell you what that developer was actually doing. He's Googling the script code, he's copying it, he's pasting it into the game. He's going to the Unreal Engine 5 website, he's downloading the asset, he's pasting it in. There's 400 lines of code right there. Bam! Done. 8 million lines of optimized code. What a joke of a statistic, bro. By a single developer. What an absolute giga chad. Nice. So you have one person that's actually capable of fixing anything. 10 total people working on the game. One guy knows how it all works. One.
Frenzy. I feel like this response was a copy-paste, considering I specifically asked, how many devs with coding experience are there? It seems like the answer is one, and it's kinda odd that moderators and testers are considered part of the team. If the core team consists of 10 people, but only one of them can code...
I will also point out that somehow one developer in 4 years cranked out the Quinfall with 8 million lines of code, and Ashes of Never Being Created has been in development for 8 years so far. They've got one half of one biome complete with like 4 of the 64 classes done, with hundreds of millions of dollars spent and hundreds of people working on the game now. Over 100 people working on the game. Just saying. As bad as Quinfall might be, it's still winning. Still winning.
What are the other 9 people doing? Additionally, I think it's undeniable that over the course of the game's development, Voreg have tried to mislead people into thinking the game's being worked on by an
also, yeah, PvP in the starting zone.
established studio. On Deal Room, they're listed as having between 2 and 10 employees in 2021. I found this screenshot from the studio's LinkedIn from my first video covering Quinfall when it was announced in 2023. Here they list between 51 and 200 employees, conveniently the size you'd expect for a team trying to make an...
Okay, I'll clarify. AOC is basically Star Citizen. Yeah, but Star Citizen actually delivered. So here's the thing, guys. You need to understand, when I say Ashes is a scam, I don't mean it's like it's never going to be created. That's not a scam. I consider Ashes of Creation, like, I do believe that they are sincerely working on the project. But here's the deal. If you go to your boss and you say, boss, I can make you the best AI technology that the world has ever seen. I just need you to give me $500,000. Your boss says, okay, sure. How long is it going to take you? You say, I don't know, but I'm going to work as hard as I can. Boss says, okay, puts the trust in you. 8 years go by. Your boss comes up to you. He's like, hey, how are you doing on the AI software? Dude, so I am a solid 8% through making the best AI software that the world has ever seen. But I need another $63 million. Okay. Well, do you have like a deadline now at least? No. But it's going to be amazing. Okay, do you see how this is a problem? It doesn't mean that you're not working on that AI software. You are. But with no project end date, is it really a project? Right? Is it really something that you can feasibly say that people should be investing into when there's absolutely no end date? No. Okay? What Steven has sold everybody is the lie that there is a finished product anywhere in the near future within the next 8 to 10 years. There's not any product finishing in the next 8 to 10 years. What he's actually doing is he's got this child pet project that he, as an already multi-millionaire person who never has to work another day of his life if he doesn't want to, can basically just work on for the rest of his life. And he can just keep milking people because he never has to deliver a finished product really at any point. He can basically just keep saying, I'm working, it's in development, it's an alpha, it's a beta, right? There's no end date on the project. When I think that what they've sold is something that is eventually going to have an end date in the next 5 years, 4 years, right? A lot of people put money into Ashes of Creation. They expected a product within a 10-year time frame, right? They're not going to make that. It's not even going to be close. We will be lucky if our kids are playing that game. So are they working on a game? Absolutely. Are they trying to make it as good as possible? Of course they are. But at the end of the day, it's ultimately a scam because you're asking people to invest in a product that is going to be a bottomless pit of money that has absolutely no end game or finish at all. Okay. Also, they can't just continue to play forever, right? Like you can invest $300 and only have access to the game for a year. Like, what is that? Like that's a scam. Okay. Especially for what's being delivered in Ashes. It's not a finished product. It's ridiculous. So if you want to invest in Ashes of Creation because you love giving multimillionaires money to work on their pet projects, that's fine. But at the end of the day, as a consumer, I would encourage you to look at this project objectively and say that if Steven wants to build an MMO like this with this big ass scope and take all the time in the world and pay his employees all these money and treat them super well, I think that he is more than happy to do that with his own money, not with everyone else's. Stop helping him do this. Let him do it with all of his money. He's hundreds of millions of dollars. He's streaming to you from a mansion, guys. Okay? You don't need to give him any money. Let him fund it. If he's gonna, and then guess what? I bet if everyone stopped funding Ashes of Creation today, there would be a finished product much sooner. Mainly because Steven would have to pay for it. Steven would have to deliver on everything he's promised with his own money. And suddenly there would be deadlines for everyone everywhere. Crazy how no one has to have a deadline when it's not you that has to fork over the money for your employees, right? It's the consumers that have to do that, right? Like, what are we talking about? If it was his money, suddenly there would be a deadline. I'm just saying. That's why I feel Ashes is a scam. It's 100% a scam. You're scamming people into thinking that there's actually a finished product anywhere in the near future. At all. For any reason. And then every time Steven gets confronted on this, he says, well, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to. But like again, I don't want to go too far down this rabbit hole, but he's always like, it's an alpha. We never said people had to buy it, right? No, people felt like they had to buy it because they wanted to play. It's not that they wanted to play test the game. They wanted to play the game in the Alpha 2. They wanted to play the game. And in order to play the game, they had to spend hundreds of dollars to play an unfinished dog shit water game. Okay? Everybody said it was ass. In their own words. Stoops, ass. S-Fan, ass. All, like, they were nice about it. But it's not even close to something that people would actually play. It's not even close, man. It's not even close. Yeah, I'll get to the Raiders in a second. So every time Steven gets approached with this, he's like, oh no, it's just a pet project. If you don't invest, don't do it. Right? And that's because he's busy scamming everyone else into thinking that there's a finished product somewhere in the next 10 to 15 years, which there's not. Just stop funding it and watch how quickly Ashes of Creation actually finishes itself. Force Steven to pay all of the money. Stop giving him money. It'll come out sooner. Just saying.
Ambitious MMO. If you look now, it says between 11 and 50 employees, with only 6 having their profiles linked. In previous interviews, they've said our employees have experience in well-known gaming companies, without elaborating further. In this interview back in March 2023, they said, the average age of our current development team is high, so you could say that they have experience with many different games from past to present. Going on to say they have 56 people on their team, and of course they plan to expand that. And on
Bro, this whole thing seems like a complete scam. I don't think that they actually have 50 members. I think they've probably freelanced like 40 people and they have like 8 people actually on the team. I think the 8 to 10 number is actually correct. Like straight up.
AI, the company is listed as having a revenue between $11 million and $100 million with 78 employees. So over the past 3 years, the developers' claims about team size and experience has really been all over the place. This, in combination with them photoshopping their company logo on a game studio stock image, is another reason why people have been skeptical about the team, and rightly so. Currently in-game, there's no way to report other players. It doesn't work, and I've received multiple messages from people who have gotten banned from the Quinfall Discord for trying to report things such as bugs and exploiters to the developers. Why? Quinfall has a large community and no one is banned for simply providing feedback or reporting a bug. This is completely false and seems to be part of a smear campaign. If you spend some time in our community and check our Discord server, you'll see that players frequently communicate directly with the developers, share their suggestions, and express both positive and negative feedback freely. In fact, we often acknowledge player concerns and discuss ways to improve the game based on their input.
There is really no way to confirm that this is actually the case. You don't know if they're actually... I think that them banning people for like trying to like talk about bugs in their Discord, it could be happening, it might not be happening. I'm not going to count that against them as a strike because there's really no evidence for it, right?
However, as per our community guidelines, individuals who disrupt the environment, engage in trolling, or repeatedly display toxic behavior receive warnings from our moderation team. If such behavior continues, temporary or permanent bans are enforced. These measures are never applied unfairly. So I asked this question because I had multiple people reach out to me with screenshots of them getting banned from the Discord for trying to report bugs or report players.
Yikes. Hey man, again, I don't really know if that's necessarily true, but I would say that Lazy Peon probably not lying.
Shots of them getting banned from the Discord for trying to report bugs or report players. Quinfall is the only MMO I've ever played where there's no option to report bugs or players in-game. If you try to do this, you click a button and nothing happens. So players...
Hey, in fairness, BDO... Oh my god. Are those our chat boxes? And our font? Wait.
Take to the disc. If you try to do this...
Oh no. DM, party invite, clan invite, ally invite, add to friends, block, report. Oh god. Whisper, that's PM. Add friend, block, report spam, party invite, platoon invite, guild invite, clan, invite, war hero, report chat. Oh my god. Oh, sweet Jesus. And I want to point out that those of you that haven't played BDO for a long time, there used to be a report feature at the bottom of BDO's chat thing too. When you clicked on someone's name, there was a report feature. And when you clicked on it, it did nothing. It's because they turned it off because people were abusing it in the first year of the game. So for a very long time, the report feature, it was at the very bottom, just like that. And it didn't do anything. Right next to block, right next to add friend. Bro, like that's crazy.
You click a button and nothing happens, so players take to the Discord to do it. Oddly, they didn't even respond to this point in their response, and the Discord does indeed appear to be a bit of an echo chamber with trigger happy mods, so make of that what you will. Currently, the game has some...
I, for one, am shocked that Discord moderators are going too far. You would never see any egregious malfeasance like this on Reddit. Those are stand-up human beings. Well, apes. Creatures, really.
Store-bought Unity assets on the cash shop. I think people can understand when developers use store-bought assets in-game for development, but this is the first MMO I've ever seen where they're on the cash shop. Can you see why people...
Wait, what the f? You can buy these? So wait, they bought this off the Unreal Engine 5, like the Unity website, for $40.
But this
and
is the
now
first
are selling it as an in-game cosmetic for $12. Can you blame them? In fairness, if they sell 3 of them, they're up. You know what I'm saying? 4 of them, really. All I gotta do is sell 4. You know what I mean? Keep costs low.
Use store-bought assets in-game.
Is that allowed? Technically, it is allowed. I'm pretty sure that legally this is probably okay. But God, bro, how stupid do you gotta be? I mean, like, you have to literally think that, like, Pokimane is your girlfriend to do shit like this.
Development, but this is the first MMO I've ever seen where they're on the cash shop. Can you see why people have a problem with this, and do you plan to change it? Quinfall began as a startup project initially developed with limited resources and a small team.
That joke was mean. It was accurate. You're right. It was mean. But was it wrong?
Even we were surprised by the overwhelming interest in our first trailer. Our goal was always to shape the game based on community support and feedback. From the beginning, we were transparent. To accelerate Quinfall's development, we are using pre-made 3D assets. We are not asking for Kickstarter-style donations or any extra finance.
And I have to give them credit. They didn't ask for Kickstarter bullshit. They didn't ask for financial support as far as I'm aware. Better than Ashes of Creation.
Financial support. Instead, we chose to use assets to speed up development. That said, replacing these assets in the future will be a relatively simple process. The entire Quinfall map consists
copy, paste
of placeholders, and once we reach a sufficient level, rebuilding assets the world from scratch would take roughly a month. So you can consider this a temporary situation. So in my question, I didn't even mention the use of assets for development purposes as being an issue.
It's true, they didn't actually answer the question. Did they even say anything about selling the skins?
I think most people are fine with that. The issue is that store-bought assets are being sold on the cash shop, which they didn't respond to. Additionally, I don't think you could rebuild an entire MMO world.
Well, in fairness, you can just like download like free hacks and get that stuff for free anyway, so they probably don't see a problem with it.
Assets from scratch.
It's not a hack that really, like, it doesn't mean anything, right? There's no critically bad hacks. You can probably just get everything off the cash shop for free.
In a month? That sounds like a ridiculous comment to make after following multiple other MMOs in development for years, but hey, I'm not a game dev. If you are a game dev and this is possible, let me know in the comments. Maybe it's possible with AI, who knows? One of my biggest critiques with the Quinfall was the game's combat. It seems that the combat is fairly close to what's provided out of the box by Atavism 10. Do you plan on improving the combat drastically from what it is now? Is this something you could realistically do?
Looks better than New World's combat. Not even joking.
Let us clarify that we have no connection to Atavism. As we continue development and release game updates, players will see that a pre-made system like Atavism would not be sufficient for an MMORPG of this scale. If you examine Quinfall's technical infrastructure, you will find no trace
Better than TNL combat? Just kidding. Oh, it's not, you apes.
Of Atavism in our resources. We acknowledge that the current combat system needs improvement, and we are actively working on it. We will be providing a detailed roadmap outlining our plans for combat mechanics, animations, and other key features. So the reason I asked this question is that I saw a few comments from people saying that the Quinfall is built using Atavism, which is essentially MMO Maker for Unity, and it makes sense because Atavism basically includes all of the Quinfall's features. In my mind, using Atavism is the only way that one developer could code such a large makes sense. That I saw a few comments from people saying that the Quinfall is built using Atavism.
Oh my god, $250. Jesus Christ, bro. That's cutting into their profit margin by like 25%. Are we sure we need to use this to develop the game?
Which is essentially MMO Maker for Unity, and it makes sense because Atavism basically includes all of the Quinfall's features. In my mind, using Atavism is the only way that one developer could code such a large game in such a short period of time. If you compare the Atavism footage to Quinfall, they do look very similar, but I can't find any concrete evidence to prove that they used it, so maybe they did, maybe they didn't. Either way, even if they did use Atavism to make the game, it wouldn't even bother me. So long as the game's fun to play, that's all that really matters. Really, I'm just trying to make sense of how one guy has coded this entire game and all of its systems. For the testing
One guy and AI and an AI dream.
of the Quinfall, some users were asked for their phone number and address. I've tested a few MMOs and never been asked for this. Why did you ask for this information?
That's not true at all. I'll explain this in a second.
And can you understand why people saw this as a red flag, considering user details were stored in a database's plain text in your previous MMO? To clarify, we never requested address info.
I want to be really clear. That's not true. I assume that he's probably never played Blade and Soul, and he's probably never played Blade and Soul Neo then. But I could have sworn Lazy Peon has done videos on Blade and Soul Neo. When you download Purple, NCSoft's like login client, NCSoft forces you to agree to the collection and distribution of all of the personal information that they can find and store both on your PC and from your email and on your account. So the reason that I don't play Blade and Soul Neo is because I literally contacted support over this and was like, yo, I do not consent to having my personal information like stored and sold, like, period, by you guys. I was like, is there a way around this? I was like, technically you guys have to offer an opt-out clause. And they said, we do offer opt-out. Don't play the game. Have a nice day. So, like, legitimately, they're like stealing all of your personal information. And in order to play Blade and Soul Neo, you must agree to having all of your personal information sexually assaulted on your computer and on your account. And they ask for all your personal information when you set up an account. It's like they're going to get it all and they're going to sell it all. Everything that they can. And you have to give them the rights to do that. This isn't the first time that an MMO company has done this. It definitely doesn't surprise me that Quinfall is doing this. This is purely a verification measure. Bullshit. They can take your personal information and sell it for identity theft. Or just sell it to other billion-dollar companies, right? Like, they can sell that for money. Your personal information is worth money to them. That's why they're asking for it. It's plain and simple. Obviously.
Information from players. During the testing phase, phone numbers were required solely to...
It's okay. I just set up saying I was Elon and using his address. I'm smart. What can I say? Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Prevent fake accounts. This was purely a verification measure. However, based on player feedback, we've since replaced this system.
So you don't use banks? All banks sell your info. That's not true at all. That's some crazy conspiracy theory. Fuck, that's some like crazy conservative right-wing conspiracy theorist freak shit right there. To be clear, banks absolutely have to collect your personal information because you have to be able to access your account and prove that it's you. A. B. In order to sell your personal information, banks must give you an opt-out clause. In other words, you have to be able to opt out of them being able to use your personal information for that reason. It's legal. Okay. Tinfoil head activated. It's literally crazy. Literally crazy. Now, I will say this. Plenty of websites that you guys use every day, like Zuckerberg and Facebook and Instagram and all those fucking websites, they're farming your personal information. Farming your phone. They're farming everything about you.
Key authentication. We continue.
And my understanding is that Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook basically took all your personal information and sold it all anyway and made billions of dollars doing it. And then got a slap on the wrist. And now he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. But I don't trust anything that little weasel says. And I say weasel because he looks like a weasel.
Continuously adjust our processes to align with player expectations. Regarding data security, we take serious precautions. All information on our web.
It's so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. It's like off. It's kind of off topic. It's so bad that when I was a high school teacher, I used to tell my students, they were like, Mr. Blue, have you seen the new Tic Tac? Look at the new Tic Tac or whatever on their phone. And I'm like, guys, don't you realize that they literally basically own all of the information on your phone? Photos, personal information, everything on your phone belongs to them. They're like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I don't care. They can have it. Bro, that's Gen Z, bro. Like, that's the newest gen. They just don't care, bro. They legitimately don't care. It's like this brain rot shit, man. It's free for a reason. Nothing is free, bro. Nothing is free. Guys, did you guys see about the honey pot scam? The honey scam? Yeah. Free add-on, by the way. Totally free. Nothing is free. You are the product. That's correct.
Website is protected using encryption protocols and is securely stored to prevent unauthorized access. Any comment on the screenshots of text being copy-pasted from the
wait a minute, whoa.
Unauthorized access. Any comment on the screenshot.
That's our website. Hold up. Wait a minute. This is literally no way. It's in the code http://s1 pearlcdn.com/NAEU upload wiki. Bro. Oh my God, they ripped it directly from Perlibus. That is crazy. It looks just like the Perlibus website. It does, bro. Oh my God.
Lots of text being copy-pasted from the BDO wiki. With modern browsers, anyone can use the Inspect Element tool to alter content of a web page to make it appear however they want.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, they're just yeah. It's yeah. We're not caught in 4K. No, not at all. We're not the problem here.
When Quinfall was announced, it naturally posed a threat to some groups in the industry. Unfortunately,
wait. What? Look at the login.
When Quinfall was announced, it naturally posed a threat to some groups in the industry.
Wait, this is the Quinfall official website. Guys, that's the Quinfall website. And then signing up and logging in, they show a picture of the Pearl Abyss login. There's no way, bro. There's no way, bro. I don't believe it. Hold on. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Quinfall. There is no shot. Oh my God. No way. Right now. Look at the icons. Community. and download. Bro, free trial and play? There's like the register and the login. It's like, okay, all right, sure. There's play now right there, bro. Hold on, where's the home page? There it is. Yep, start now. Look, this is the home page right here. Let's start now. This is shameless. This is shameless. This is nutty. In-game images. Look how non-spectacular these look. That's great. Okay. Bro, what? Okay, hold on. Register. This is exactly the same as Perlbus. Exactly the same as PA. When you click on register for PA, it's basically the exact same thing. Create. Yeah. Actually, PA's is a little cleaner now. PA's is a little bit cleaner now. This is what their user agreement, privacy policy, all this shit. This is what it looks like. Bro. Wait, forum, Discord, download, game and wallpaper, home. Bro, this is nuts. I didn't realize this was this bad. This is legitimately the website. This is their client. I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to download the Quinfall client in order to check this, but this looks like the client.
Unfortunately, smear campaigns and fake accusations are common in the gaming world. So the reason I asked this is that multiple people told me they saw the BDO links, including other content creators who don't have any reason to lie, but there isn't any solid evidence other than accusations, so I guess we have to discount it.
Oh yeah, this is all in my opinion, guys. But as somebody that's been playing BDO for 7 years, it looks like almost a direct copy paste of the BDO website. Also, the UI elements are uncanny. The similarities are uncanny.
The response of calling it part of a smear campaign from other groups in the industry who saw the Quinfall as a threat sounds...
I would love... I'm so sorry, I can't. I would love if my Black Desert and Throne and Liberty communities would respond and say, we see this game as a threat. This is a threat. Do you guys... I feel threatened. Right? I'll be honest with you. New World, you can make that case. Because only 5,000 people are playing that game too. But I think for everyone else, I don't feel very threatened. You know what I mean? I don't think that Quinfall delivers on this level of entertainment. Okay? Sincerely. I'm not super worried, guys. I'm not. Yikes, child terrorists. Look away. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I'm not particularly worried. What a crazy statement that was.
It's a bit delusional though, and certainly is
Quinfall, the Black Desert Killer. Easiest clickbait of my life.
isn't common practice in the gaming world. Finally, are there any claims circulating about the Quinfall from the mmorpg community that you consider to be false and would like to speak on? The most frustrating claim for us is that the game is a scam. Anyone can try the game on Steam for up to 2 hours and request a refund if they're not satisfied. Despite this, people still spread claims that the game is fake, which is truly disappointing.
Before the game came out, we were concerned that it wasn't a real MMO for obvious reasons. They were photoshopping things on their website. They're very clearly copy-pasting things from the Unreal Engine store. But I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty sure that it's $2 on Steam. Let me boot up Steam. Let me see what it looks like on Steam. Yeah, it's $2. By the way, this came out in the end of January for $20 a piece. It's $2. I think that this probably could give you $2 worth of fun. And I don't think that it's a scam. I do think that it is very like Ashes of Creation is a scam for reasons I explained earlier. This is a delivered finished product for $2 US. And is the product garbage? Yes. You get what you pay for. To put this in perspective, half the price. I'm just saying. Literally half the price. Cajillion infinity times the game. Plus, you get to see what the original client of Quinfall looked like. You get to see what the original UI inspiration for Quinfall looked like, guys. It's a win. And it's only $1. It would make sense that the sequel is $2.
Continuously improving the game based on player feedback and have major updates planned for combat, animations, and life skills. You can review our roadmap below, which we are sharing.
We've been
as
waiting for
part of this
BDO2
interview.
for years.
Then they link the roadmap for 2025, which
Here's the roadmap. Combat and skills. Skill system and combat revamp. Okay. Implement skills. Got it. Mount system revamp. Actually make mounts rideable. Okay. Crafting revamp. Implement crafting. Animal husbandry and farming revamp. Clan quests. Like, I'll be honest, I love roadmaps. You know why? I used to get roadmaps for years from somebody called Jaehee Kim. He would get up in front of a microphone and lie to me for like 3.5 hours. It was awesome. He would throw up shit on a roadmap. And I'll tell you what, it was such a wild ride. The Calpheon Ball for BDO used to be such a wild ride because, like, even the developers would have to watch the ball to know what Jay was going to say. Like, they had to know what to start development work on. You know, and Jay would just float ideas out in thin air. It was crazy. I mean, what a time to be alive. Then they would give us some crazy roadmap of which we would get like 10% of it. Literally insane. So honestly, the fact that Quinfall is starting off this way, are we sure that this isn't just Pearl Abyss? This is Jaehee Kim starting over again. You know what I mean?
which you can pause and have a look at. Overall, despite this MMO and a lot of these responses sending my bullshit detector off the charts to places it's never been before, I am impressed that the game was basically made by one developer. Even if the game was entirely made up of store-bought assets, AI-generated art, even if they used atavism and every shortcut imaginable, I do still find it impressive that they achieved this in such a short space of time. I can respect the hustle and grind. Personally, I would never invest more time into playing the Quinfall purely because it's client authoritative and very easy to hack.
I actually wouldn't even care. This is a hot take. I wouldn't even care if a lot of it was AI if the game was actually really good. I'm sorry, but that's the truth.
Even with easy anti-cheat. The devs have made many contradictory statements, so I wouldn't trust them, and the devs have said that there won't be any wipes despite cheaters running rampant, meaning the game's economy and integrity is forever cooked. That being said, the game costs $20, and a lot of people do feel like they've got $20 worth of fun out of it, so I wouldn't say it's a straight up scam either. For me,
I don't think it's a straight up scam. I think that they deliberately misled people to try to get a quick buck. But it's $2. Well, quick $2. It's $2, bro. It's not that big of a deal. Like, even if you didn't have fun to write, you can just refund it.
Just resubscribed
I'm not
for
even
4
mad
months.
about it.
For our next class, we have the Vitch. He is a great class.
You're an idiot. Cade Games, is that you? Wait, is this Cade Games was the developer for the Quinfall? We're coming full circle. We're coming full circle. Welcome back for 4 months, Kilgara. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks so much, man. Was that an elephant? A copy paste of BDOs? No, our elephant looks way better than that.
to even consider trying this game again in the future, the devs would need to make the game server-side authoritative.
I would try this game. I would absolutely try this game. And I don't think it's a scam. I get $2, guys. What are we talking about? $2 is nothing. It's not even like, I think that you could absolutely get $2 of fun out of it. Even if just to download it, laugh, and say, damn, this game sucks. You know what I mean? $2. All right, like, dude, like, it's nothing. I don't think that the game ultimately ended up being a scam. It looked like it was going to be a scam, and there was a lot of controversy around it. The fact that they released it, they're not really like lying about it. Well, I mean, there's some things I think they're deliberately being dishonest about, obviously, but like, it's $2. You know, who gives a shit?
Get on top of the cheating situation, then do a server wipe.
I think that they could pay me money to play. I would play this game. If they paid me money, I would play this game.
If they do all those things
and not make fun of it,
maybe we'll see a Quinfall in 2026 video from me in the future. But that's it for this video. I don't usually make these kind of drama investigation vids, so I probably didn't do the best job with it. I'd actually encourage other content creators to also go down the rabbit hole and verify if what the developers have said in this interview is true or not.
Them copying BDO's UI is almost pound for pound exactly true. Everything that I've seen in there, again, as a content creator and a player of BDO for many, many years, 100%. They're copying BDO's everything. 100%. I don't think that Perlibus cares, though. Like, guys, you only sue people that actually have money. Quinfall's entire strategy here was to make such a small amount of money that no one could sue them. W.
Let me know your thoughts on the Quinfall situation in the comments.
Plus, you have to sue a company when it's really only one guy.
Below. Quick reminder to pre-order Mandragora today and prepare for battle using my link in the description.
They don't
Give
care.
us a follow on Twitch TV to catch the live streams. Social media on screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next.
I never see Peon streaming, bro. I'd love to see him streaming. I'm following him. Here's the video here. I know that people have strong feelings about Lazy Peon, especially in my communities. Because, you know, he started with BDO for the most part. I guess he started somewhere else, but he got big on BDO and then moved elsewhere in the MMO space, and that has angered a lot of people